What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today is another episode of Road to Rise of Skywalker. Yes, we are back with the Road to Rise of Skywalker. And guys, before we even get into anything Star Wars related at all, if you are new, first off, thank you so much for taking the time to like, comment, subscribe, heck, even click on the video. To click on the video, it just means the absolute world. Thank you so much for all of that support. If you are new and you have not taken the time to subscribe, make sure you subscribe down below. Also like, comment, let me know what you think of The Force Awakens, because that's what we're talking about today. But yeah, guys, it really means the world. You know, this isn't a job, this is just a hobby. I do it for fun. I really appreciate the support. And another thing is, guys, thank you so much again. I've said it the last few videos for blowing up my Black Friday haul. It's just awesome. You know, to have the support. It really means a lot. And if you're new from that video, welcome. Thank you so much for staying, checking out the videos. Again, if you're new from that video, you have not already subscribed, make sure you consider subscribing down below. But guys, today is another episode of Rise of Skywalker. We've been reviewing every single Star Wars movie up until the Rise of Skywalker. And guys, we are now into the sequel trilogy. I did it episodically, started with episode 1, did the prequels, did the original trilogy, and now we are starting the sequel trilogy. Today we are talking about The Force Awakens. And basically what this is going to be is it's just going to be a quick review. It's not going to be very long. I'm going to give my good, give my bad, what I like, what I don't like, give my overall thoughts, and then you guys let me know down in the comments below what you think, and we can have a nice little conversation down below. So I think let's just kind of jump right into it. This is a film that I really enjoyed. It's not as divisive as The Last Jedi. A lot of people don't like The Last Jedi. I believe a lot more people like The Force Awakens than The Last Jedi. I don't really know the consensus on that. I just know that The Last Jedi, there is a clear split. People either hate it or people like it or love it. I just kind of like it. I don't really love it. But this one is a banger for me. It's in my, I believe it's in my top 5. I could be wrong. I would have to go back and check. But you know, just it's such a solid entry back into the Star Wars universe. There hadn't been any Star Wars since the early 2000s. So to come back in and hit, you know, a decade-ish later with this brand new trilogy, this was a really great starting out point. And I like the new characters. I really do, guys. I love the new characters. Rey, Poe, and Finn. I love all 3 of them. I think they've all got really great story arcs. And I feel like this last Rise of Skywalker is really going to tie all of their story arcs up nicely. Apparently, Poe wasn't even supposed to survive the beginning of The Force Awakens. And the fact that he's now in the Rise of Skywalker means that there's something there. And I'm really interested. I love Oscar Isaac. I think he's done a very great job so far at playing Poe. I think he's great. Love John Boyega as Finn. Daisy Ridley as Rey is someone that all little girls can look up to. I love that she is the protagonist of this story. I think she's perfect. You know, someone that came from a desert planet, just like Luke, doesn't know anything about the Force, just thinks that they're made up stories, and just have her whole world just changed. And I think that Daisy Ridley, does a really great job in this role. You know, I love Rey as a character. I think she's a lot more complex than we know. I think we're going to learn a lot more about her in The Rise of Skywalker. But the first movie does a really great job at just setting the scene, introducing us to these characters, and showing us little tidbits of where these characters are going to go. You know, we don't learn a lot. A lot of the learning happens in The Last Jedi. I hate to say it. We only really get kind of base level stuff happening in this film because you're trying to set up what happened after Return of the Jedi. So this film had the very difficult task of coming back after what a lot of people say were really bad prequels, besides Revenge of the Sith. You had to come back and you had to relight the fire of Star Wars. And I feel like this film did a really great job. Obviously, J.J. Abrams was at the helm. I thought he did a fantastic job. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he does with The Rise of Skywalker. And overall, it just does a really great job at not only introducing us to these new characters, but also bringing back the originals and really using them well. You could have just brought them in for fan service and just kind of had them throw out some lines and it just be a waste. But no, in this film, you bring these characters back and they are there for a purpose. They are there for a reason. You've got Leia leading the resistance. You've got Han, who just happens to come back. It's just, they did such a great job. I think Han has one of the best arcs in this film because you see him just with Chewie hanging, not wanting anything to do with the resistance, with his son. Doesn't want anything to do with them. A little bit like A New Hope. Didn't want anything to do with the rebellion. He just wanted to get paid. In this film, he doesn't want anything to do with the resistance. Him and Leia are like a divorced, feuding, and I think he's had one of the best send-offs of any Star Wars character, I would say. You know, going out like he did is very poetic. It's very sad, but I personally dig it because you see what evil twistedness Kylo Ren is. That's why I like it, because you could have just thrown Kylo Ren and be like, oh, he's a bad guy, oh, but he's gonna turn. No, this act of Kylo killing Han, his dad, shows how just dark Kylo Ren is. But we all know Harrison Ford didn't really want to be in Star Wars anymore, so they wanted to kill him off, and I think they did a relatively good job. I like what they did and how they executed the death of Han. I thought it worked really well. The next thing I want to say is there was no Luke in this film at all. He was only in for the last 30 seconds of the film, but it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect because the story of this film is trying to find Luke. And then you leave the film on a cliffhanger of you find Luke right at the end, film's over. That was fantastic. I absolutely loved that. I thought it was awesome. Another thing I really like is I love the First Order. They're scarier to me than the Empire, in my personal opinion. Obviously more advanced technology, more stormtroopers. You got General Hux, who is very Hitler-esque, but it comes off very scary and very creepy. And then you've got Kylo, who is the perfect follow-up to Darth Vader. I personally love Kylo. Where is he? Chilling right here. I love Kylo. I want his lightsaber, but I'm not paying $100 at Galaxy's Edge, but I would love his replica lightsaber. I'm usually a Jedi guy. I love the Jedi. I love Luke. I love everything about the Jedi, but there's something about Kylo that I just like and that I'm just like drawn to. And maybe it's just Adam Driver, because Adam Driver gives a really great multifaceted, multi-layer performance. But he's just dope. I love Kylo. And then the lightsaber fight at the end, where we have the reveal that it's not Finn who's force sensitive, it's Rey, is awesome. I'd always thought that Rey was going to be the one. I didn't really think they would make Finn the one. But then when it actually happened in theaters, I'm like, yeah, that's so awesome, that's so dope. But I don't think it shocked me as much as it shocked other people. I think a lot of people were like shocked, like, oh my god, like that was supposed to be a big reveal. I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I was right. I saw where you were going there. I didn't think they would make Finn the force sensitive. Now, will he be force sensitive in Rise of Skywalker? He might be. I've heard a lot of people with theories about that, and I'd be interested to see if it actually happens. One major thing that I'm not going to say I disliked, but was kind of like about, was it's very reminiscent of A New Hope. That's not a bad thing, but it's very close. It's pretty cookie cutter A New Hope. You've got a big new Death Star. I mean, come on, let's think of something different. But those are very small things. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. You got the nostalgia with the old characters. You're bringing in these very likable new characters. The story in general is good. I love the bad guys. Like, they are so terrifying and so daunting. And overall, Abrams and the entire cast and crew just put together a very nice re-entry into the galaxy. It's just really great. But guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of Star Wars The Force Awakens? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know why down below. I do kind of want to see where you guys are thinking about this, because like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't really know where people stand on this one. I used to think it was a relatively liked all around, but now I'm starting to see things where it's kind of divisive a little bit. Obviously, The Last Jedi is the most divisive film in all of Star Wars, I would say. But let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know why down below. But guys, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to like, comment, subscribe, checking out the video, all of that. If you're new, again, consider subscribing, liking, commenting, consider doing all of that. It means the absolute world. But guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.